to the sun.
Okay, guys, welcome to week. I don't know. We've been doing this for a while, so probably week like I don't know, 50 something or higher. I don't know, probably more than 50. But anyway, welcome back to this week's challenge. Let's see what exactly happens, and hopefully nothing as bad as last time.
Luthor left the storage device on the lab desk and walked up the stairs. You asked me about the sanguine method.
Oh yes, I did do that.
Instant casting requires mixing aura from both the right and left side of the body.
What? Okay, that makes so
But the
much
aura
sense.
inside our bodies don't mix naturally, and spells always only use aura from one side. Vlotto Sanguine broke the natural way aura behaved by coming up with a method that trained our bodies to mix aura.
That's... How did he even do that?
He was named Master afterwards.
How did he even do that? Like, if it wasn't natural, you know? Like, how did he... I wonder how he came up with that.
As Luthor emerged from the staircase onto the second floor, the room lit up. Luthor is standing in a modern bedroom. All the lights in the room were implanted into the walls, so they took no extra room.
That is handy.
A raised platform with a mini staircase led up to a large bed.
Fancy.
Luthor walked up to the bed and sat down. This bed is so much bigger and more comfortable than the one I have in Lyle. Luthor gazed around the room. I like this room. Do I stay in this bedroom, Chip? Chip said, yes. You alternate between this home and the one you have in Lyle. The walls are made of shiny, white panels, and certain panels have a light-up border. Luthor walked up to the panels that had light-up borders. The panels slid open as soon as he touched them, revealing a closet filled with clothes and drawers that were neatly implanted into the walls.
Wow, that is so nice. And it's so, like, practical and everything. Like, it doesn't take up any space.
So this is where all my clothes are. Luthor walked over to a floating desk. He ran his hands over a silver object. I found my laptop. Let's see if you know how to use this one. Let's see if you know how to use this one. Valdra only let me keep the most basic models. He opened the laptop. The laptop showed a screen asking for a password.
Oh no.
I don't know what my password is, but I can't wait to figure it out and play with this thing more.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't, I don't know, erase everything after like 10 tries or whatever you can enable on iPhones these days.
System message. Do you have a screensaver? 1 of 3. What model is your laptop? 2 of 3. I want to know even more about the sanguine method. 3 of 3 responses. But what? Do you have a screensaver?
Yeah, do
1
you?
of 3. Do you have a
I'm
screensaver?
curious.
1 of responded. Do you have a screensaver? Luthor smiled. It's Ash eating a plate of noodles.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Descriptive. It's Ash eating a plate of noodles.
Also, I'm even more confused why your past self didn't keep in contact. Well, not your past self. Your future self didn't keep in contact with, Ash, you know?
Luthor walked over to a tall, glass sliding door and peered outside. Luthor walked over to a tall, glass sliding door and peered outside. A large, covered balcony with comfortable seating areas equipped with bookcases and fireplaces on the other side.
Oh, that sounds like such a nice balcony, basically.
Luthor opened the door and took a deep breath of fresh night air. After watching the soft white snow fall outside for a while, Luthor tilted his head upwards. Chip, what's on the 3rd floor? Chip said, I am not sure. I am not allowed on the 3rd floor. I can only control the staircase. Would you like to go up, Luthor?
That's strange. What on earth are you doing up there?
Luthor blinked. Yeah, I want to see the 3rd floor. A staircase descended along the wall leading upwards. As Luthor walked past the floating desk, his eyes caught the glow coming from a silver-plated box. He opened the box and found a letter inside that was labelled, to the best brother from Ash.
Oh, that's so nice.
Luthor smiled. He took the letter with him and walked up the stairs. The 3rd floor was empty. Its walls and the ceiling were made of perfectly transparent glass, which gave Luthor a 360-degree view of everything as Unity traveled across the sky.
Oh, wow. That actually sounds like the coolest thing so far. Like, just being able to stare at, like, the sky from any angle. That just sounds so amazing.
Luthor walked towards the edge of the floor with his hand held forward. Luthor walked towards the edge of the floor with his hand held forward. His hand came in contact with the glass. I almost thought there was nothing between me and the outside. The room was lit up by panels on the floor. I guess this floor is good for observing things.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe.
I wonder why my future self didn't program Chip into this room too.
Yeah, that is actually strange. Maybe he just didn't get to it.
Luthor looked around. Maybe he wanted a place where he could be alone.
Maybe?
Luthor looked outside at the falling snow. This is nice.
Yeah, I get that vibe.
If I did spend all of the gold I borrowed from Sol on this place, I would say it's worth it.
Definitely, it definitely sounds worth it. It sounds literally like a dream home.
Luthor sat down and leaned against the clear wall. He opened Ash's letter. In glowing letters, Ash wrote, "Hi, brother. I didn't know how soon I should write you, especially since we saw each other yesterday. But I'm so curious to know how your meeting with the Masters went. Head Guild Master Crane came to talk to me today and he told me that you told him about the math test you helped me with. To my great surprise and, as you can imagine, immeasurable relief, he wasn't angry at me at all. Head Guild Master Crane told me to just come talk to him myself next time. He said he won't be angry if I'm honest. I told A.C. everything and I feel like a huge burden has been lifted. Thank you so much for talking to Head Guild Master Crane for me, brother. I'm sorry to have troubled you and I should have just talked with him myself. The barbecue chips are so yummy. I shared the bag with A.C. and Allison and they both loved them. Allison actually gave me some of the candy she only makes for A.C. because I shared my chips with her. Her candy is really good, so I'm going to save some and bring them to you when I see you next time. Also, A.C. told me he is going to visit the Icecades. I'm sure you know, but Head Guild Master Crane is going to the Icecades and he wants A.C. to join him for learning experience. Allison and I are so jealous. We heard it snows in the Icecades and neither of us have seen it. A.C. looks excited for once too. Not for the snow, but to get time to spend with his brother. I'm so excited for him. Anyways, I hope your meeting went well, brother. Let me know if you need more teleport orbs or something. I love you.
That's so sweet. That is so sweet of Ash. And that is really, really, really good that they didn't get in trouble for that math test. You know, that is very good. But I understand about not wanting to go to grown-ups, you know? Because you never know the reactions sometimes. So, yeah, anyway.
I wonder if I kept Ash's letter somewhere in this building.
Yeah, that would be nice to read.
It looks like my future self kept more of his stuff in this home rather than Lyle. Luthor looked down at Ash's letter again. I'm going to ask Master Crane if I can join him in the Icecade tomorrow and bring Ash.
Oh yeah, that would be so sweet. Ash would really, I bet Ash would actually love that so much.
I want to repay Ash for everything and I don't want my whole life to be about Alvin.
Yeah.
Luthor paused. I know who he is now. I know who he is now. I don't need to chase him anymore. Luthor smiled. And I've already decided I want you there if I visit the Icecades with Ash.
Oh, thank you.
Master Crane won't be happy if he found out I'm still talking to you, but I'll be careful so he won't find out.
Yeah, good idea. I'm really curious what the Icecades actually look like, because I know they're snowy and stuff, but like, you know, I'm curious, so...
So if I convince him to take Ash and me along to the Icecades with him and Master Frost, will you be there too?
Oh, of course. No way I would say no to this.
System message. I wouldn't miss it. Luthor, 1 of 4 Of course I'm going to be there if Ash is going to be there. 2 of 4 response. I'll be there.
Sweet.
I'm excited to see A.C. 3 of 4 I'm busy, so we'll see. 4 of 4 responses. I
love that response. Oh
System
my gosh.
message. I wouldn't miss it. Luthor, 1 of 4 responses.
I would never
Button.
miss something.
Of course I'm going to be there if Ash is...
If he thinks I would miss something like this, no way. I want to go to this snowy kingdom of amazement.
System mess. I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it.
Ever.
Luthor, 1 of 4 responded. I wouldn't miss it. Luthor. Luthor smiled. I'm glad to hear that. Descriptive. Luthor looked down at Ash's letter in his hand. He smiled. Interesting. Interesting. I feel so calm. I think I might be able to go into a trance here. Let me see.
That would
Talk
be
to you
so...
later.
Yes! Yes, and then he could learn back some of his spells, guys. That would actually be so helpful. Oh my gosh.
The pocket watch clicked closed. System message. Luthor is busy. 11 hours, 59 minutes, 51 seconds. System.
Because, yeah, like, if he is able to, like, learn spells back, like, he won't have to even tell the masters about the whole being transported into the future thing. I really hope that he is able to, like, go into a trance because, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming he is because he doesn't, like, open up the pocket watch for 12 hours, basically. So I'm really hopeful, you know? I really hope that he is able to, like, get back at least a few of his spells. But, I guess we'll see what happens, guys. And, let's see what the Icecades are like. I'm kind of excited, low-key. Well, very high key, actually. Never mind. I'm very high key excited. I'm the highest key on the piano excited.
The pocket watch clicked open. Luthor sat at the table of crystal ore on Unity. Ash stood to the side looking nervously at the chair next to Luthor. It was early morning. Unity flew over a clear, blue ocean. Luthor took his hand out of his cloak pocket without Ash noticing. You can't sit down, Ash. With a shake of the head, Ash said, I'm okay standing, really. You said you wanted to see the table where masters meet. Why not try sitting at it since we're here early?
Ash enjoyed the privileged experience.
Ash said, ellipsis. This is my first time on Unity and I don't want to be breaking things already. Ellipsis.
I mean, you can't exactly break a chair, you know? Unless you, I don't know, threw it across the room or something, but I don't know why you do that, so take a shot.
I've been told that First Mage Ezra is a god. Anything made by him is unbreakable by anyone in Lencia. Even the Crystalous haven't been able to take down Unity from flying over their territory. Ash looked at Luthor before saying, okay, here I go then. Ash sat down on the chair to the right of Luthor. Ash took a deep breath and said, Holy Muffy, I can't believe I'm sitting on First Mage Ezra's aura. It feels so smooth. Ash said, whose chair am I sitting in? The Master of Waters. Ash nodded, glancing around at the empty chairs at the table. Ash nodded, glancing around at the empty chairs at the table. Ash said, Unity is so huge and grand, but this table feels really intimate. We're sitting pretty close to each other. Maybe the First Mage wanted the Masters to feel close to each other. Ash looked around the table and said, 2 chairs belong to you, right, brother? Luthor nodded. I'm sitting in the Master of Earth's chair. But this one, to my left, is the seat for the Master of Wind. Ash said, can I sit on that one instead? Luthor gave a small laugh. Of course. Ash got up from the Master of Water's chair, walked over to the chair on Luthor's other side, and sat down. Ash took out a couple pieces of candy and handed them to Luthor. Ash took out a couple pieces of candy and handed them to Luthor. Ash said, Allison gave me some candy after I shared my barbecue chips with her. She usually only makes these for so I saved some pieces for you to try, brother.
Oh yeah, the candy! I forgot about the candy.
Right. You mentioned the candy in your letter to me.
Yeah, Ash did.
But if you like them, you should eat all of it. Ash said, No. I really want you to have them, brother.
Oh, just another reason to prove that Ash is an amazing sibling, I guess.
Luthor took the candy from Ash and looked at them. They were wrapped in foil and shaped like a sword. He unwrapped one and ate it. Wow! There's a meaty flavour to this candy. And yet,
What?
ellipsis, is it chocolate? Ash said, C loves meat and Allison loves chocolate, so she tried blending the two together. It's not real chocolate, because chocolate's rare. She's trying to simulate the flavour and I think she's become skilled at it. Luthor nodded as he ate the second piece. It's pretty good.
Meat-flavored candy, though. I don't know if I'd like that personally. Like, it sounds a bit strange. But then again, I've never tried it, so I give it a benefit of the doubt, I guess.
Ash said, Allison totally freaked out when she found out you were knocking on our door this morning. She went bonkers trying to groom herself and get dressed. I see. That's why you took so long to answer. Ash laughed and said, I'm sorry about the wait. Allison snarled at me when I tried to open the door for you.
Oh my gosh.
Where was AC? Ash said, he was doing overnight training. If AC was around, Allison would have already been ready by the time you arrived. I see. I'm glad I met one of your roommates. I'm looking forward to meeting AC, too. Ash nodded and said, he tends to be grumpy around people he doesn't know. So please don't take that personally, brother, ellipsis. Thanks for the heads up. Luthor took out a teleport orb from his cloak. I still have one of the orbs you gave me. Ash took back the orb with a smile.
Oh, that's nice, yeah. Because
Ash said, I'm so happy you regained your spells, brother.
oh my gosh, yes, guys, yes, he actually regained them all. Well, I'm hoping them all. But, he regained at least most of them, I'm assuming, from that answer, which is really, really good. Like, thank goodness. I'm sure he's genuinely relieved about that.
Not all of my spells.
Okay, not all of them, but hopefully a lot of them.
I still don't know moving air, but I'm relieved that going into a trance did work and remembering most of my spells.
That is so good. I'm actually so relieved for him, because it wasn't looking very good, spells-wise.
Ash said, yay, good job, brother, and I'm sure you'll remember moving air soon too. I got a sense I had a Miller Summit as an Ultimus form of moving air, but I still can't cast it. Maybe it'll take more time to remember moving air since controlling wind is new to me. Maybe it'll take more time to remember moving air since controlling wind is new to me. My upstream spell only sent targeted gusts of winds upwards. Luthor smiled at Ash. Your letter helped, Ash. I felt connected to it and I concentrated on that feeling to enter my trance. Ash blushed and said, I was a little worried that I'd be bothering you with all my communication, but now I'm glad I wrote to you.
Yeah, you really did help.
What I'm hoping most is to regain all my memories from the last 16 years.
Yeah, I don't know how probable that is though, considering that it was human technology that like kind of brought you into this, and I don't know, like if it's the kind of situation where I'm not sure if you can regain the memories because you didn't actually experience all the things personally. Like I don't know if that has anything to do with it, like if that would have an effect on being able to remember stuff or not, but it could. So I don't know. I'm just speculating here anyway.
But remembering most of my spells is a good start. Ash
Definitely.
nodded, falling quiet. Is something on your mind, Ash?
Yeah, what's up?
Ash said, I don't want to pry, but did your meeting with the Masters go well, brother? You haven't said anything about it.
Yeah, the meeting.
Luthor paused. They think I should give up on trying to fight Alvin. They don't even want me talking to my counterpart. The Masters told me I'm not allowed to use my pocket watch anymore. Ash's eyes widened as Ash said, even Head Guild Master Crane thinks you shouldn't talk to the pocket watch. Luthor nodded. The Masters believe that anything related to Alvin is dangerous. Luthor sighed. That includes me and my counterpart.
Well, I don't think we are that dangerous. I'm not gonna go on a whole rant again because I feel like I've gone on some like 3 times before this already, so yeah, but still, I think they're wrong. They're wrong, okay?
Ash stood up and said, That's crazy. How could they think that you're dangerous, brother?
Oh, thank you, Ash.
It's okay, Ash. It's okay, Ash. The Masters are right to be afraid of Alvin. He's manipulative and
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, that is very true. It's just some of their logic is a little bit, let's just say, misplaced.
I just wish they would help me defeat him. Luthor watched Ash's brows furrowed, looking perplexed. Ash said, but the pocket watch is open today. Right, brother? Ash said, but the pocket watch is open today. Right, brother? Your counterpart is coming to the Icecade with us. Luthor paused without answering Ash. With a determined look, Ash said, since you have the pocket watch open, I just have to make sure I act natural around Head Guild Master Crane and A. See? Ash took a deep breath and said, okay, no problem. I got this. How do you feel about lying to your friend and the Head Guild Master? Ash deflated for a moment, before pumping up again and saying, I don't mind. I know how much your counterpart means to you.
Aww.
I just hope I don't mess up. Ellipsis.
No, it's not your fault if you do mess up anyway, and you know, I don't know, like it would be hard lying to like someone you really do know. So yeah.
Luthor paused again before he smiled. Well, it's a good thing you don't have to lie for me today. Ash said, what do you mean, brother? Luthor dug a nail into his palm as he said, I don't have the pocket watch.
Oh, that's what he's going with? I mean, I guess it makes the whole thing of, what's it called? Of Ash needing to lie. It makes that situation better, but I just feel like, I don't know, I hope he does end up telling Ash at some point, like even after the Icecades, because I feel kind of bad for Ash just not knowing.
Ash's eyes widened. Ash said, how come? It turns out my future self promised he wouldn't ever use the pocket watch, and I broke his promise. So after the meeting, I handed my watch to Oliver. Ash said, what? When are you going to get the watch back? I don't know. Maybe I'll get it back once I earn Oliver's trust. But let's forget about Alvin today, okay? I want today to be about us. Ash squeezed both hands together on the table. Ash said, but, ellipsis. It's hard to see you worry about me, Ash. I'm okay. I just want to enjoy today with you. Alvin is always on my mind, so I could really use the distraction. Ash paused before nodding and sitting down. Ash said, of course, ellipsis.
Oh my god, now I feel worse because, I don't know, like Ash genuinely seems to really care about, like, basically me and Luthor, like spending time together because Ash knows how much I don't know, Ash knows how much Luthor likes talking to me. Well, apparently. I hope he likes talking to me. Apparently he likes talking to me, but who knows, I guess. But I don't know, like Ash knows that and is just trying, you know, their best. So I don't know, I feel bad, but anyway.
System message. So, I'm here, Luthor, and I'm excited to visit the Icecade with you. 1 of 3. Did you lie to Ash so Ash wouldn't have to lie for you on your behalf? 2 of 3. You just lied to Ash about the pocket watch. I don't like that, no matter your reasons. 3 of 3 response.
That is, I don't know what to say. I guess I'll go for the first one because I am excited to see the Icecades. It just sounds so cool.
I'm here, Luthor, and I'm...
The place.
Luthor smiled. I'm glad you can be here today. Ash looks distracted. Ash said, oh, me too. I hope you know how grateful I am to be here, brother, ellipsis. Ash said, I just wish your counterpart could be here with us today too, ellipsis.
Oh my gosh. Why? Okay. Thanks?
Ash said, did you get to say goodbye to your counterpart? With the pocket watch gone, your counterpart must be wondering where you went, ellipsis. The pocket watch was open when I gave it to Oliver, so my counterpart knew what was happening to me. Ash looked sad. Luthor leaned back in his chair.
Oh, poor Ash. Poor Ash. Oh my gosh. We need to tell Ash when this is over. Like, I feel so bad.
I've been thinking about something, Ash. Maybe the name Alra came from Alvin and Ezra putting together the first and last 2 letters of their names.
Oh my... Wait, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Alra, oh my gosh, guys, yes. That makes so much... Why have I never thought about that before? Oh my god.
Ash looked at Luthor and blinked. I've always wondered what Alra stood for. No one knows for certain because the Alra portals were supposedly constructed by the first mage. No one knows for certain because the Alra portals were supposedly constructed by the first mage. Everyone assumed only he would know the true meaning. But I know that time manipulator Chronos' name is Alvin and he and first mage Ezra were good friends. So maybe Alvin and Ezra just combined their names together to form Alra.
That is such, like, I don't know, that makes so much sense, basically. Like, you know, especially if they're, like, such good, like, if they were, like, really good friends. Like, combining their names, that's actually so smart as well. Oh my word. Oh my word. I love the kind of lore we're getting into here.
What do you think, Ash? Ash paused for some while before bursting out laughing. Ash said, if it's true, I don't think I'll look at Alra portals the same way. Ash said, if it's true, I don't think I'll look at Alra portals the same way. It would be like if we called something Luthash, ellipsis. Luthor smiled as Ash continued to laugh. It's funny when you think about super powerful beings being silly like this. When Ash finally stopped laughing, Ash said, you spoke about Alvin without looking angry or sad. You see? I'm getting better. You see? I'm getting better. I'll forget about him the more time that passes. Ash paused, then smiled. Ash paused, then smiled. Ash said, okay, no more talk about Alvin. I look forward to exploring the Icecade with you today, brother. Same here. After a pause, Ash placed a hand on each cheek. Blushing, Ash said, I can't believe I'm sitting in your chair, brother. I can't believe I'm sitting on the first mage's aura. I can't believe I'm going to meet Master Frost today. I can't believe...
Oh my God,
Blushing,
wait.
Ash said, I can't believe I'm sitting in your chair, brother. I can't believe I'm sitting on the first mage's aura. I can't believe I'm going to meet Master Frost today. I can't believe I'm going to see snow and visit the Icecade with my brother.
Would you not see snow?
Ash said, this is a dream. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, brother.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Just like sibling bonding time. Yay. Okay. No, yeah, but like that is a really special day. And like it must, I mean, with the snow thing, I'm kind of surprised because I never thought about the weather. Like obviously I did a bit, but like I never thought about the fact that like it might just not snow, which is really interesting. But like Ash, like from like the present timeline, Ash never talked about snow, so I guess it makes sense.
Ash took a deep breath and said, but I'm also feeling super nervous right now.
That is understandable.
Ash said, the Crystalous don't exactly like us, right? I hope... Ash said, the Crystalous don't exactly like us, right? I hope I don't say the wrong thing and make a bad impression. Actually,
I'm sure you won't.
I also hope not to misspeak, especially considering the two other masters. All I know is that the Crystalous want to replace Master Frost with one of their own. One named Adriel Tidal.
Okay, we know the person's name now. That's
Ash said, "Oh no.
something.
Is Master Frost angry that the Crystalous is trying to replace her?" No. She seems to have accepted it. She just wants to... No. She seems to have accepted it. She just wants to meet Adriel. Ash said, "Phew. At least it sounds like a friendly visit." Ellipsis.
Mostly, you know.
I also know their ruler's name. And that she likes to spar with Oliver. Ash said,
What?
"Ugh, I don't even know that. Her name is Karina Azure." Luthor shook his head. My future self probably knew more about the Crystalous than me, so I hope I don't slip up today.
Yeah, I don't know. It will be hard, I guess.
Ash said,
Probably not.
"You know what? I'm going to ask A.C. questions about Icecade." "Is he an expert?" Ash said, "I saw A.C. reading a tome on the Icecades yesterday before he went to train."
AC reads? Why does that surprise me so much? Okay, anyway.
Ash said, "He has excellent memory, so I'm sure he can recite what he read if I ask him." Luthor smiled. "That could be helpful to us."
Definitely.
Ash nodded with a smile and said, "I'm going to ask him when he gets here then." Ash looked down and gulped, tapping a foot to the floor. Ash looked down and gulped, tapping a foot to the floor. Ash laughed and said, "Phew. The floor is so clear I thought it wasn't there for a moment." A cloud passed under Unity. Ash pointed at it and shouted, "A cloud."
Oh my gosh.
Ash winced and said, "I'm sorry." Ellipsis. That came out really loud. Ellipsis.
The excitement. I know what you mean, Ash. Sometimes things just go wrong.
It's okay to be excited, Ash. We have this whole place to ourselves right now.
Very cool. I would love that. Oh my word.
Ash sighed in relief and smiled. Ash peered through the floor and said, "I wish I could touch it." Ash said, "Riley says she loves to fly above the clouds." Ash said, "She offered to carry me as far as she could so I can experience it, but..." Ellipsis. Ash paused, patted the stomach.
Oh my god.
Ash said, "She offered to carry me as far as she could so I can experience it, but..." Ellipsis. Ash paused, patted the stomach and said, "I don't want to burden her because I've been eating out a lot with A.C." Luthor and Ash heard the sounds of approaching footsteps. Luthor and Ash turned to see Master of Lightning, Oliver Crane, and his younger brother, A.C., near them.
Oh, hello! Hello, family reunion. Well, not family reunion. I can't speak. Family reunion. I guess it's more like... I don't know what to call it. My brain won't work right now.
Ash stood up and waved. As he reached the table, Oliver said, "It looks like we have a new Master of Wind."
Yes!
Ash blushed and said, "Oh, no. Ellipsis. I'm not. Ellipsis. I don't think I can ever be good enough to be a master."
Oh, I'm sure you could, Ash. I'm sure you could.
Oliver smiled and said, "I think you would make a great master one day.
You
Ash,
would, Ash.
just train hard, okay?"
Oh, that's such a nice thing for him to say as well.
Ash's blush deepened. Ash said, "Thanks for lending me a cloak and some mittens, Head Guild Master Crane." Oliver said, "You're welcome, Ash. It never snows here, so most people don't have clothes ready for colder climates." Ash grinned and said, "I sure didn't, Head Guild Master Crane." "It was really thoughtful of you, Oliver. It was really thoughtful of you, Oliver. Thank you also for letting me and Ash come along."
Yeah, thanks.
Oliver
for that.
smiled and said, "You're rather reclusive most of the time, Luthor. I'm glad to spend more time with you, my friend."
Oh, okay. It's hard to puzzle out their relationship exactly because I'm getting the vibes that they are genuinely quite close from, the few sentences that Oliver has said and stuff, you know?
Luthor looked at the stoic youth standing next to Oliver. A.C. had brown hair and soft eyes, similar to Oliver's. He was only slightly shorter than his very tall brother. The Cranes both wore fitted, hooded jackets, black gloves, and pants. Both wore sword belts with scabbards attached, holstering swords.
Very, very nice match.
Ash looked at A.C. and said, "The clothes you're wearing look kind of thin. A.C., won't you be cold?" A.C. said, "Nah, I'm fine. The clothes my brother and I are wearing are well insulated." Ash smiled and said, "A.C., I want you to meet my brother, Master Luthor Timecrest." "It's nice to meet you, A.C." A.C. looked at Luthor and said, "Hey."
I love the briefness. Oh my gosh.
Ash said, "I know I talk about my brother a lot, so it must feel like you already know him, A.C., but I'm so happy you two are finally meeting each other. I've heard a lot of good things about you from Ash." A.C. eyed Luthor with a grumpy look. He said, okay.
Oh my god. I can't. His answers to every question are just so funny. Amazing. Oh my gosh.
Ash winced as a silence filled the air.
I can't take this, guys. Oh my word.
System message. Ask A. C. About breakfast. He loves talking about breakfast and likes griffin eggs too. One of two. Ask A. C. For the name of this ord and don't laugh after he tells you. 2 of 2 is Cap A.
Problem with these questions is the fact that, we don't know if AC actually likes these things. Like, considering, like, Ash doesn't like griffin eggs, which is still quite weird to me. I don't know. Like,
Ask A. C.
I'll ask him about the breakfast thing, I guess.
Ask A. C. About breakfast. He loves talking about breakfast and likes griffin eggs too.
At least he might. Who knows? Maybe he won't.
Respond.
I mean, I know he likes breakfast. Well, we know he likes breakfast from what Ash said earlier, but anyway.
Luthor looked at A. C. Did you have breakfast? A. C.
That question came out so, like, strange in the silence as well, I'm sure.
A. C. Paused and blinked. He said, of course. I usually have 5 griffin eggs and 10 pieces of Nepic bacon. But today I had 20 griffin eggs and 20 pieces of bacon.
What? What did he just say? What? Okay, this guy really likes to, I don't know, eat? Oh my gosh.
Ash's jaw dropped and Oliver smiled. Ash said, why did you eat so much? A. C. What if the... Ash said, why did you eat so much? A. C. What if the Crystalous have a lot of good food waiting for us?
Good question, Ash.
A. C. Said, I read that Crystalous eat minerals. They don't eat the food we do. Ash blinked and said, I didn't know that. What kind of... Ash blinked and said, I didn't know that. What kind of minerals do they eat?
Yeah, that is a good question.
A. C. Said, Crystalous enjoy eating many of the different minerals found in the territories of Everin and Baskter, which they have to trade for. So that's about the only outside contact Icecade has with the rest of us.
What minerals, though? Like, plants? I'm assuming it's not... What minerals? I'm confused.
A. C. Said, and I'm just preparing myself in the case that today, all they have are just minerals. But if the Crystalous have food for us, I'll eat it for sure. Ash laughed and said, I'm amazed that you're still hungry.
Yeah.
A. C.
Quite
said,
talent.
if they have a lot of food for us, I'll just run some laps and work up an appetite. Are you going to continue to doubt my eating abilities after what I showed you of chowing cows the other time, Ash? Seems like you have an iron stomach. A. C. When it comes to griffin eggs, I can eat a lot too, but I've never eaten 20 at once before.
Yeah.
A. C. Paused again before chuckling and patting his stomach. He said, my stomach enjoyed the challenge. Master Timecrest. Luthor smiled. Did Ash ever tell you about our mom's griffin egg sandwiches? A. C's grumpy look faded. He elbowed Ash and said, yeah, but when am I going to get to eat some of these famous sandwiches, Ash? Ash chuckled and said, you should have come to my brother's engagement party then. Mom made ton of sandwiches for it. A. C's eyes widened and said, you should have told me then.
Oh my gosh.
Ash said, ugh, ellipsis. Yeah. I guess I did forget to mention that part.
The most important part for AC. Oh my gosh.
A. C. Said, all you said was that it was going to be a party. I don't care much for parties, but I'll go if there's good, free food.
I completely empathize with you. Yeah. Any place with good food. That's great. Yes.
Luthor and Oliver smiled at each other as they watched Ash and A. C.
Yeah.
Ash said, okay, I'll be sure to tell you if I know Mom is making her sandwiches. Oliver smiled and said, we're just waiting for Master Frost then. She should be here soon. Oliver smiled and said, we're just waiting for Master Frost then. She should be here soon. It's not like her to be late. Ash looked briefly at Luthor before turning to A. C. Ash said, so, A. C. I didn't have time to read up on Icecade before coming here. Other than the Crystalous like eating minerals, did you learn anything else from the tome you were reading? Ash said, so, A. C. Said, the Crystalous are proud and think they are better than everyone else. Compared to them, Valdorians almost seem friendly.
Wow. That, wow, that's very proud. That's very proud they must be.
A. C. Shrugged and said, Crystalous sound like a group of big dragon turds to me. Oliver said, Alistar.
Yeah.
A. C. Said, I mean BDT. Oliver shook his head and said, I appreciate you preparing for today by reading up on Icecade. A. C. but realized that
Oh my gosh.
Oliver shook his head and said, I appreciate you preparing for today by reading up on Icecade. A.C. But realized that not many people outside of Icecade know what's going on inside, and that includes the writers of these tomes you're reading. Oliver said, the literature we have on the Crystalous is skewed by what people think they are. I ask you to put aside what you read for now and just keep an open mind today.
Yeah, probably a smart idea, especially because you don't want to start hitting people you don't even know. So, yeah.
A.C. paused before nodding and saying, yeah, I can do that. Ash said, I wonder if Jab will ever write a tome about the Icecades. Ash said, if anyone can accurately represent the Crystalous, it's him. But I guess it's going to be really difficult for him to do research if Icecade is closed off to visitors. Luthor arched his brow. Oliver said, Jab's goal is to document all of Valencia. He seems dedicated, so I'm sure he'll find a way.
Wait, okay, the Icecades, I need to backtrack because the Icecades are closed to Valencia. Okay. Maybe, keep an open mind, AC, but, maybe... Okay, I think they should all be ready to be nice, but also be a bit wary, because that sounds a bit weird. Like, the fact that they closed the Icecades to everyone else. Okay.
Luthor smiled. I hope he does. His tomes are some of my favorite reads. System message. I remember you said you like Jab too. I'm interested to know more. 1 of 3 response.
Yeah.
I want to know more about the Crystalous beyond that they are BDTs. 2 of 3 say nothing. I remember you said you like
I'll
Jab
say the
too.
first
I
one.
remember you said you like Jab too. Respond. Luthor smiled. Descriptive. Luthor. I need to catch up on Yappy's tomes. What's the latest one? Descriptive help. Luthor smiled. Oliver said, even you haven't caught up yet. Luthor. I thought you were a big Jab fan. Luthor smiled at Oliver. I am, but I've been putting a lot of time into the Infinity Patchers. Descriptive. I am, but Oliver nodded. He said, I'm looking forward to their official release. Ash's eyes brightened and said, me too. Descriptive. Ash's eyes brightened and said, me too. Descriptive help button. Oliver turned to Ash and said, correct me if I'm wrong, Ash, but I believe Jab just finished his tomes on Tenerin.
That's interesting. We haven't seen Tenerin yet either, so... Yeah.
Ash's shoulders slumped. Ash said, yeah, but that was a while back and he hasn't released anything recently. Not to mention the Tenerin release was only a small number of tomes. A.C. crossed his arms and said, why did he do that? If his tomes are so popular, shouldn't he release more to make more gold?
I mean, I don't think the goal for him is gold, though. Like, if he's writing... Like, I don't think with writing it's, like, the money that counts. It's, like, the experience, the fun of writing and, well, exploring in Jab's case as well.
Ash said, I'm not sure what his reasons are. He does sell half the tomes he makes each time to fund his travels. The other half he donates to libraries around the world, but the number of tomes he
That's
makes
nice.
each time varies. Ash said, I wish he would make more tomes though. I can't afford to buy Yappy's tomes, and the waiting lists for his donated tomes at the libraries are always so long. Ellipsis. That's too bad. Seems like I won't get to read his tomes anytime soon.
Oh, yeah, maybe you could borrow... I don't know, does anyone own any? Maybe Ash owns some? Like, at least one? That they paid for? I don't know.
Oliver said, Crane Guild is working on a deal to buy Jab's collection from a library for a limited time. I'll let you know if that deal
Oh.
finalizes. Luthor.
That would be a nice deal.
Luthor looked at Oliver, before nodding. Yeah, that'll be great.
Thanks.
Ash's eyes widened. Ash said, that's such awesome news. Head Guild Master Crane. There are tons of Jab tomes I haven't read because I'm still like on the bottom of the waiting list.
Oh, okay, yeah, then Ash will be able to read them too, you know?
Oliver laughed and said, don't get too excited yet, Ash. The library is hesitant on letting us borrow their collection because Yappy's tomes are so rare and brings in a lot of people into their library. A.C. said, why don't we just make copies of his tomes so more people can read them?
Good question.
With a shake of the head, Ash said, we can't do that. If we copy the original tomes made by Jab and he finds out, then he'll stop making more tomes. That's one of his rules.
Oh, that's kind of strange. I mean, I get that he's trying to, I don't know, like, I don't know. That's a strange rule.
A.C. arched his brow and said, is this Jab really that good? Tell me more about him, Ash. Ash's eyes brightened. Ash said, Jab wrote a series of tomes called Brilliant Valencia, my journal of living in our world. He's not done yet, but every tome I read by him makes me feel like I learned a lot more about Valencia.
That sounds so interesting.
Ash said, I'm usually like, whoa, I didn't even know there were such cool things in our world.
I know what you mean.
C said, so what makes this guy's tome better than the one I read about the Icecades? Ash said, N. Jab lives the life before he writes about it. Like his tomes on guilds in Lincia are really accurate, so everyone theorizes he must have gone undercover in a lot of guilds to be able to write about all the stuff he did.
That's interesting. Like, going undercover, that, I don't know, that sounds like, that's a really good, like, writing strategy as well. And, like, he's getting a literal first-person experience, so I understand why his tomes are, like, that good. And I understand why they'd, I don't know, why the waiting list would be very long, you know?
Ash blinked and said, no one knows what he looks like. He mentioned he was a guy in his tome, but he could literally be anyone. Now that Ash blinked and said, no one knows what he looks like. He mentioned he was a guy in his tome, but he could literally be anyone. Now that I think about it, ellipsis. Ash looks excited. Ash said, do you think he could have been undercover in Crane Guild? See? What if N. Jab spoke to you or me when he was researching about guilds for his tome? Luthor and Oliver looked at each other and smiled. C laughed and said, yeah, maybe. Sounds like this N. Jab is dedicated. I can respect that. Has anyone figured out what N. Jab stands for yet? Ash said, he hasn't revealed it in his tomes and we're all still waiting for his reason on why he's putting in so much effort on an encyclopedia of Lincia.
Yeah. Maybe he just loves, like, traveling around the world, or maybe he genuinely has a really, like, specific personal reason for it. Who knows?
Rubbing both hands together, Ash said, I'm eagerly awaiting the next drop from N. Jab. It's rubbing both hands together, Ash said, I'm eagerly awaiting the next drop from N. Jab. It's been a while, so I'm getting antsy. Not that I'll be able to read it right away with the long waiting lists, but I'd like to know what his next tome is about.
Yeah.
C shrugged and said, what if he's dead? You said no one knows who he is, right? If he hasn't released something in a while, he could be dead.
That's a very dark turn, AC, for this conversation.
Ash raised both hands into the air and said, no, don't say that. Ellipsis. Nin. Jab still hasn't told us why he's making an encyclopedia of Lincia yet like he said he would. C shook his head and said, I guess I have to put myself on the waiting list to read one of his tomes.
Yes, you know, you're very good at persuading people, Ash. You just did that, you know? To AC, who, doesn't seem like the easiest person to persuade, I must say. I'm still kind of surprised he likes reading. Like, this timeline is it's just holding some interesting things that I was not expecting going into this.
Ash's eyes widened. With a big smile, Ash said, really? I learned a lot from N. Jab's tome on guilds. I learn a lot from all his tomes, but that one is my favorite because I'm in a guild.
Yeah, that like, because it's, like, relatable and stuff. That makes sense.
Shrugged and said, I'll give it a try.
Yes, Ash, well done.
Ash said,
kudos to you, Ash, you know? Well done you.
The clicking sounds of heels were heard approaching. The group turned to see the Master of Water, Indra Frost, walking to them.
Hello.
Indra's white hair is tied up neatly in a bun. She is wearing a formal dress underneath her master's cloak. She waved at the group. As Indra neared, she said, what a lively group we have today. I heard your voices from a long distance. Ash cringed and said, I'm sorry I was so loud. I got excited. Ellipsis. Indra looked at Ash and said, no need to apologize for sounding happy. You must be Ash. Ash bowed and said, yes, I'm Ash Timecrest. It's such an honor to meet you, Master Frost. Indra pressed a hand to her heart and looked at Luthor briefly. She said, all this time I thought you were an only child, Master Timecrest.
Really?
Indra looked back at Ash and said, nice to meet you, Ash. You have such lovely purple eyes just like your big brother. Ash glanced briefly at Luthor with a blush. Ash said, thank you, Master Frost. Our eyes are just like our mothers. Indra turned her attention to Luthor again and said, Master Crane told me you and Ash will be joining us, Master Timecrest. I'm glad to be... Okay. Indra turned her attention to Luthor again and said, Master Crane told me you and Ash will be joining us, Master Timecrest. I'm glad to be surrounded by more colleagues, but I am curious why you decided to come along. Luthor put one hand on Ash's shoulder. I'm following in Master Crane's footsteps. This will be a good learning experience for Ash and I think it'll be fun to see some snow since it never snows in this part of the world.
Yes, exactly.
Indra nodded and said, snow is beautiful and it's absolutely good to travel and see new places. If I had a child, I would bring them along for this too. Indra looked at Oliver and said, I see you're not wearing your cloak, Master Crane. Oliver said, King Azure is more used to seeing me without my cloak when we spar. Indra pushed up her blue-rimmed glasses and said, wait a minute. Should I take off my cloak too then? Whoa, Indra pushed up her blue-rimmed glasses and said, wait a minute. Should I take off my cloak too then? What would make the best first impression, with or without cloak? Indra said, I don't want to botch up first impressions like I usually do.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe with, just so that they know that you're not, like, maybe with, so that they know that you're not, like, completely friendly friends with them, that you still are your own person, can make your own decision. I don't know how that would help, but, maybe just keep the cloak so that they can see your status. I don't know. Keep the cloak, please.
Oliver said, with the cloak is fine, Master Frost.
Yeah.
Indra pushed up her glasses and said, okay, I'm trusting you on this one. She looked at A.C. and said, good to see you again, A.C. You're so much taller now and looking more and more like your brother each day.
Oh, again? She's met him before?
A.C. nodded proudly and said, good to see you too, Master Frost. Oliver said, now that introductions are out of the way, we should get going. Our goal today is simple.
Oh my gosh.
Meet Adriel Tidal, the person the Crystalous wants as a Master of Water.
Well, that's the least exciting thing, I'm afraid, but... Snow!
Oliver paused and took out a small, thin block of ice with a glowing glyph etched into it.
Oh, wow! That sounds fancy.
Ash said, pretty, ellipsis.
Yes.
Oliver said, this is a one-time use ticket into the Icecade that King Azure gave me.
Wow.
He said, it allows us to locate a safe receiver glyph inside the Crystalous Palace when we teleport. I'll teleport us together so we land in the right place. He said, it allows us to locate a safe receiver glyph inside the Crystalous Palace when we teleport. I'll teleport us together so we land in the right place. Crystalous should be waiting to greet us there. Ash grinned and said, oh, my heart is pounding so fast. Oliver smiled at Ash before looking at Indra. He said, Master Frost, this is likely the only meeting I can get for us with the Crystalous. Indra said, I understand and thank you for everything, Master Crane. I haven't changed my mind about anything. Indra said, I've already decided to step down as Master before my tribunal happens. Indra said,
Oh.
I just want to meet with Adriel Tidal, talk with him and do anything I can to help him transition into this role since he'll surely become the next Master of Water.
I mean, yeah, but I still feel like, I don't know, like, from what we've heard of the Crystalous, they don't sound like amazing people, and I know that, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover or whatever, but, still, you know, it's not great if that's the impressions they're getting from the rest of the world as well, so, yeah.
Oliver shook his head and said, for what it's worth, I don't like that the Crystalous are taking advantage of our system to remove you as Master.
Yeah.
Luthor right, Oliver. Now that the Crystalous have the majority of water mages, they can always vote out any Master of Water they don't approve of.
That is very true. Maybe they should change the voting system, but then again, I don't know how they do that, so... Yeah. Something to be thought about, I think, though.
Oliver nodded and said, this is the first time something like this has ever happened. Usually, no one can train enough mages of one element to gain the majority vote. Seems like we'll have a tough problem on our hands.
Yeah.
Should we rethink our system so we don't end up with an endless cycle of Crystalous Masters?
Exactly. Yes, Luthor.
Oliver sighed and said, there isn't an easy solution to this. In order to give Masters more power, we have to take it away from the people. Indra said, I appreciate all this fuss over my situation, but I believe with all my heart that Masters are here to serve Valencia and that the greater power should stay in the hands of the people.
Yeah, I do get where she's coming from. It's just maybe not. I don't know, like, because we can't exactly single the Crystals out and be like, oh yeah, you can't vote, because then they could. I don't know. They probably wouldn't be very happy about that. So I don't know. Kind of a little tangle of, I don't know, confusing.
But it's not in the hands of the people. At least for the position of Master of Water, the power is in the hands of Karina Azure and her Crystalous.
Yeah.
Indra looked at Luthor. She pushed up her glasses and said, the Masters Council sets rules on how magic can be used in Valencia. Indra said, some mages follow us because we're recognized as the best mages in the land, but most mages follow us because they trust and respect us. Indra said, if we start taking away that power, then we start losing trust. The council will be
Yeah.
rendered ineffective if mages no longer trust us.
Very true.
A.C. looked at Ash and said, trying to follow this conversation is making my head hurt. Why can't the world... A.C. looked at Ash and said, trying to follow this conversation is making my head hurt. Why can't the world be simpler?
Oh, if only, AC. If only. It would make life so much better. But oh well.
Ash nodded and said, are you really planning to step down before your tribunal, Master Frost? I want to help gather water mages at Crane Guild to support you.
Oh, that's so sweet, yeah. Because she seems so nice. And I don't think, like, she hasn't done anything wrong. It's not her fault that, like, people are voting against her, you know? I feel really bad.
Indra laughed and said, I appreciate the thought, Ash, but I'm looking forward to retirement.
Okay, well, if she's happy about it, I guess, but still, it's kind of sad.
Ash said, okay, ellipsis, if that's what you want, Master Frost. Why don't you fight for yourself at the tribunal, Master Frost?
Yeah.
Why are you just giving up like this? Indra looked around the group. Her face is a little red and she seems hesitant. Did I ask something too personal? Did I ask something too personal? If so, I'm sorry, Master Frost. Indra said, it's okay. I should be able to talk about this. Master Delrose has been helping me practice to not keep everything bottled up inside. Though, usually alcohol is involved. Indra looked at Luthor. She took a deep breath and said, I'm not fighting to stay Master because I don't want to read people's comments about me anymore in the mage surveys.
Oh no, I feel so bad now. Oh my no.
Indra said, and as a Master, I have to read the comments. A.C. said, what kind of things do people say? Indra said, all sorts of advice. People tell me I should lose weight, change my face to something nicer so I don't make water mages look bad, and that I don't look good in pants. The list goes on.
That's just stupid though. I get where she's coming from, but I feel bad. Like, that's not even her fault. And like, it's not like she can control that, Like, if she's a good water mage, that's all that matters. Like, what's it with looks? I don't get it. Come on, people. I feel so bad for Indra now.
Indra said, others feel sorry for me that at my age I'm still unmarried and don't have any children.
Well, too bad. It's not their business.
Ash said, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Master Frost. That's awful. Ash said, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Master Frost. That's awful.
It really is. It really, really, really is.
A.C. said, why are people saying things that have nothing to do with you as a master?
Exactly! Exactly, AC! Exactly!
Indra said, I've told myself over and over again that I need to be stronger and not let these things bother me. Indra looked up at the sky for a moment and said, but? She said, but it bothers me. I do care what people think about me.
That is fair! Because, no matter how much you try, there are, some things, they just, make you sad, Like, isn't there anything nice people are saying about her? I feel so bad for her, guys. No, we need to start an Indra movement. You know what? We can't let this happen.
Indra said, I wish I could be thicker-skinned like Master Goldwell, but just recently, I noticed that I don't have as many pairs of pants in my closet as I used to. Indra sighed and said, quite frankly, as people are losing faith in me, I'm losing faith in people, and I don't want to go down that path any further. It's time for me to step down.
Oh my gosh, this is so unfair.
Everyone stood quietly for a bit. Thank you for sharing with us, Master Frost.
Yeah.
All those things couldn't have been easy for you to reveal. Oliver said, I agree. Thank you for sharing, Master Frost. Indra smiled and said, I feel embarrassed, but I'm glad I shared with you all. Shall we get going? Oliver nodded and said, of course. Is everyone else ready to go? Everyone nodded. System message, Oliver is teleporting the group.
Okay.
The group arrived on a large, glowing lift located on an icy platform.
Oh my gosh, the music. Yes!
The arrival platform is made of thick, clear ice. Dark, choppy waters can be seen a long distance below. A bridge, made out of the same thick, clear ice connected the platform to land. Luthor looked at Oliver. Did we arrive in the wrong place, Master Crane? Did we arrive in the wrong place, Master Crane? This doesn't look like the inside of a palace.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like one. It sounds nice,
Oliver
though.
shook his head and said, no, it does not. Indra said, you know Icecade better than any of us. What's the plan, Master Crane? Oliver said, let's wait here. Someone will come and get us. Oliver said, let's wait here. Someone will come and get us. Karina is just treating us poorly as a way to show Adriel title that she isn't at the mercy of masters.
Okay, not a good sign.
A.C. frowned and said, that woman better not treat you like this all the time, brother.
Yeah.
Oliver said, Alistar, we are guests and King Azure is doing me a favor today. She even allowed me to bring along more guests beyond Master Frost.
I mean, yeah, but still. I don't know if I like her.
Oliver said, I should have expected that Karina needed to keep up her appearances to make it look like she's not doing me a favor.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I don't know.
Oliver smiled as he looked around the group and said, it's my fault for setting the wrong expectations on how we are going to be greeted upon arriving in Icecade.
Oh my gosh, the music, guys. I'm sorry. It's just so... angelic. Okay, that's basically the word for it.
Indra laughed and said, "No need for apologies. I'm grateful just to be able to meet with Adriel today." A.C. shook his head and said, "What she's doing still feels childish."
Get where he's coming from, definitely.
Luthor is quiet. Ash took a deep breath and rubbed both cheeks. Ash said, "Holy Muffy, I still feel cold even underneath the Muffy cloak." Ash shivered. A.C. started jogging in place. He said, "If you feel cold, Ash, you should start jogging too. Come on, we'll do it together. I enjoy exercising anyways." Ash nodded and the two began jogging in place together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
While jogging, Ash also took out the Ignis amulet. Inside Ash's hand, the amulet started glowing a bright orange, red.
Oh.
Ash placed the amulet back inside the Muffy cloak. Ash said, "Oh, the Ignis amulet is helping with the cold."
Nice. That sounds so helpful.
A.C. said, "I'm impressed how you skip so many meals to save up for that thing. I wouldn't be able to do something like that."
Oh, you had to skip meals, Ash? Oh.
Luthor looked at Oliver. "Can I speak to you alone for a moment, Master Crane?" Oliver nodded and he and Luthor moved to the side while Indra stayed with Ash and A.C. Luthor looked at Oliver and quietly said, "Oliver, what if the meeting with the Crystalous won't be the friendly meeting we're expecting?"
Yeah, exactly my thoughts. Like, it doesn't seem like they're very willing for this to happen. I mean, maybe it's just their ways, but still.
Oliver said, "There's nothing to worry about. King Azure gave me her word that we won't be harmed." People lie.
Yeah.
Oliver paused and looked at Luthor. After a moment he smiled. Flakes of white started. Oliver said. Oliver paused and looked at Luthor.
Okay.
Oliver said, "I won't live my life believing my friends lie, Luthor."
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Flakes of white started dropping from the sky. Luthor looked over at Ash. Ash and A.C. stopped jogging and tilted their heads upwards as more and more snowflakes fell down. Ash said, "Wow, ellipsis." Luthor smiled at the look of delight on Ash's face.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know, it sounds very nice.
A.C. touched his forehead as a snowflake fell on him. The snowflake melted with his touch. He said, "Is someone casting a water spell or something? What's all this white stuff coming out of the sky?"
Sugar.
Ash held out one gloved hand to catch the falling white flakes. Ash said, "Left." He said, Ash held out one gloved hand to catch the falling white flakes. Ash said, "I think it's snow, A.C." A.C. crossed his arms and said, "No way. I saw a picture of snow before. It's some white stuff on the ground. This stuff is falling from the sky."
Yeah, but how do you think it gets on the ground, AC?
Ash said, I think it falls from the sky and becomes the white stuff on the ground."
Yeah.
A snowflake landed on Ash's nose. Ash smiled and said, "Snow looks magical, doesn't it, A.C.?" A.C. said, "That's why I thought someone cast a spell."
Yeah.
Ash laughed and said, "This is real snow, right, Master Frost?" Indra chuckled and said, "It sure is. What do you two Indra chuckled and said, "It sure is. What do you two think of snow?" Ash said, "It's so peaceful and gentle." A.C. said, "Snow isn't bad because I'm not soaking wet like when it starts raining."
Well, I mean, you might be. You're gonna probably be cold, though. Snow is cold.
Indra chuckled again and said, "Snowstorms can get rough, but this snowfall is quite beautiful. Enjoy it."
Yeah. It sounds like a perfect first impression of snow. You know, I'm kind of jealous of these people, you know? They get to go out in the snow. Yeah. I don't know, it sounds really nice, though, you know? Being warm, but also, like, witnessing snowfall. It's just, I don't know, it just sounds really nice.
Oliver smiled as he placed a hand on Luthor's shoulder and said, "We just got here, Luthor. You need to give today a chance for Ash." Luthor looked back at Oliver. The smile fading from his face. "As much as I want Ash to see Icecade and have a good time, I don't want to put Ash in danger for that." Oliver squeezed Luthor's shoulder. He said, "You don't have to trust Karina as your Luthor. Just trust me." Oliver said, "I will kill anyone who tries to hurt A.C., Ash, or you." Oliver lowered his hand and said, "Come, let's rejoin the others."
Okay. I don't know. I hope Oliver's right. I really, really, really do. For everyone's sake. But we'll see, I guess.
Luthor lowered his gaze to his hands and squeezed them into fists as Oliver walked back and rejoined the group. Luthor whispered, If someone tries to hurt Ash, Okay. Luthor took a deep breath. I can't say it.
Okay, fair. You don't have to. That's the thing. You can just keep Ash safe. Okay? It doesn't have to go that far.
Luthor took another deep breath. What will I do if someone tries to hurt Ash?
Protect Ash. That's what you'll do.
I'm worried that I won't know what to do.
You will. You will.
System mess. If that happens, you'll know what to do.
Exactly.
I'm sure of it. Luthor, are you starting to feel something for Ash? Luthor. 2 of 3 I'd kill anyone who tried to hurt people I love. 3 of 3 respond. If that happens, you'll know what to do. I'm sure of it. Luthor. 1 of 3.
I'll say the first one, because I'm sure he will. Like, he will know what to do. I'm sure he will.
Responded. Luthor looked up at the sky. Luthor looked up at the sky. Snow continued to fall. Luthor took a deep breath. I hope so. Luthor paused before saying quietly, how are you? Descriptive help. I wish the Master's meeting went differently and I could be openly talking to you right now. System message. I'm fine. Don't worry about me and have some fun today. 1 of 4 respond. Me too, but I'm used to it. 2 of 4 respond. I don't like the sneaking around all the time. 3 of 4. At least with Alvin, we can talk openly. 4 of 4 respond.
Yeah, but at what cost?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me and have some fun today.
Yeah, like, I am fine. Like, you can enjoy your day, you know? Like, do not fret, basically.
Responded. Luthor paused before smiling. Thank you. I feel relieved to hear you say that. Descript. Thank you. I feel relieved to hear you say that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I hope you do have a good day, though.
Luthor looked down at his palm and started writing some glyphs on it with his finger. He traced the message. I wish you ate herm.
Okay.
Can you read the message that I just traced on my hand? System. I wish you ate herm. 1 of 1 responses. I wish you ate herm.
I don't think that's what he meant to write, or maybe it is?
Responded. Luthor arched his brow and smiled a little. I wanted to say I wish you are here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wish I was there too, but it's fine. Like, I like witnessing it through messages works too.
Similar to the 1 tap for yes and 2 taps for no system we had back in Valder. I've been thinking about other ways to discreetly communicate with you while others are around.
The writing in your hand thing is a good idea, except I feel like it wouldn't be very, you know.
But it seems like the pocket watch has trouble picking up on my trace messages.
Yeah, and I feel like they wouldn't be very, you know, you'd have to kind of hold your hand up to write stuff, so.
Luthor shook his head. Not that it matters. I practiced in front of a mirror and I don't look very discreet when tracing these messages.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know how you could we could communicate. We could go back to the yes and no things, but like I feel like they're not very helpful. I don't know.
Oliver looked at Luthor and said, Luthor, are you... Oliver looked at Luthor and said, Luthor, are you okay over there?
Huh.
Luthor nodded. He took a deep breath and rejoined the group.
Okay. And I think that is where we will have to end this off. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really, really did. I love Icecade. Like, it's just... I mean, apart from the Crystalous, I'm not really sure on the Crystalous and what's going to happen there. But I love, like, the snow, like, descriptions in Icecade, and I don't know. It just sounds nice, you know? Like, the platform and the bridge, and, well, I mean, we haven't seen more, but I'm sure it'll look nice as well, you know? So I am really, really curious to see what it looks like. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a like, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, because we post a video every single Saturday, and, yeah, you do not want to miss what happens in Icecade. I don't know what will happen, but you do not want to miss it, that's all I know, so. Yeah, so see you next time.